Welcome to lesson 14 of the Wolfram course Introduction to Partial Differential Equations. This lesson will provide a basic information about the Laplace equation. You will learn about the Laplace equation, its history, derivation, and different forms. The Laplace equation, named after the eminent French scientist Pierre-Simon Laplace, is a second-order PDE that has become fundamental in physics, engineering, and mathematics. It is central to potential theory, providing a mathematical framework for describing steady-state systems where no changes occur over time. The Laplace equation has the following form, where phi is a scalar potential function and nabla square is the Laplace operator. The origins of the Laplace equation can be traced back to the 18th century. Laplace played a key role in developing the mathematical descriptions of gravitation, celestial mechanics, and the behavior of potential fields. Laplace extended on Isaac Newton's ideas about gravity. In his famous work Celestial Mechanics, he introduced the mathematical form of potential functions that describe gravitational fields, leading to what we now call the Laplace equation. He used this equation to show how potential fields behave in empty regions of space, such as between celestial bodies. The importance of the Laplace equation quickly extended beyond gravitation. In the 19th century, it found applications in electrostatics, where it describes the distribution of electric potential in the absence of charges, and in heat conduction, where it models steady-state temperature distributions in medium. Mathematicians like Carl Gauss, George Green, and William Thomson further developed the theory, providing solutions to the equation in various coordinate systems and introducing concepts like harmonic functions and Green's functions. Today, the Laplace equation is a cornerstone in the study of PDEs and is essential for analyzing problems involving boundary values in physics and engineering. Its solutions, known as harmonic functions, offer insights into the equilibrium behavior of diverse systems from gravitational fields to fluid dynamics. To derive the Laplace equation, let's consider a thin rectangular plate whose edges are held at constant temperatures. The temperature changes occurring in the plate over time can be modeled using the heat equation. The plate will eventually settle into a state of thermal equilibrium. If the plate's edges are held at zero temperature, the plate's overall temperature will also decrease to zero. If the edges are maintained at a constant non-zero temperature, meaning energy is continually provided to sustain those boundary conditions, the internal temperature will eventually settle at a non-zero equilibrium. When a system achieves thermal equilibrium, its solution effectively becomes independent of time. The equilibrium state therefore satisfies the time-independent heat equation nabla square u equal to 0, which is also known as the Laplace equation. The Laplace equation for the two-dimensional steady-state temperature distribution has the following form. This equation also describes the time-independent equilibrium state of two-dimensional membrane. Hence, it is a substantial common part of the two-dimensional heat and wave equations. The Poisson's equation, nabla square u equal to f, where f is a function of the spatial variables only, is an inhomogeneous version of the Laplace equation and characterizes several physical phenomena. For example, the equation nabla square u equal to minus rho, where rho is the constant charge density, describes the potential of an electrostatic field. The equation nabla square u equal to minus gxy describes the steady-state temperature uxy due to the heat source G, where positive G means that heat is generated, whereas negative G means that heat is absorbed. The equation nabla square u plus lambda u equal to 0, which is also called the Helmholtz equation, where lambda is a constant, describes the basic shapes of stretched membrane. The analogous Laplace equation in 3 dimensions has the following form. This equation has different forms in various coordinate systems, which is demonstrated in the table below. In most of the cases of real-world applications, the Laplace equation should be solved in some given domain omega, together with some boundary conditions defined on the boundary of the domain d omega. Suppose f and g are two continuous functions defined on the boundary d omega. The problem of finding a function u such that nabla square u equal to 0 in omega and u equal to f on d omega is called the Dirichlet boundary value problem for the Laplace equation. The problem of finding a function u such that nabla square u equal to 0 in omega and du over dn equal to g on d omega, where n is the outward unit normal to d omega and du over dn is the normal derivative, is called the Neumann boundary value problem for the Laplace equation. Finally, the problem of finding a function u such that nabla square u equal to 0 in omega and au plus du over dn equal to g on d omega, where a is a continuous function on d omega, is called the Robin boundary value problem for the Laplace equation. A boundary value problem for the Laplace equation is well posed if a solution of the problem exists, the solution is unique, and small changes in the boundary conditions yield small changes in the corresponding solutions. As an example, let's consider the problem of electrostatic potential in two-dimensional charge-free rectangular domain. The electrostatic potential in the rectangle satisfies the following Laplace equation. Let's define the Dirichlet boundary conditions of the form u0y equal to 0, u2y equal to 0, ux0 equal to x2 minus x, and ux1 equal to 0. This sole value returns the following solution for this boundary value problem. The solution contains an infinite sum, so we have to truncate it to plot the solution. And here is the plot of the solution. As another example, let's consider the problem of the electrostatic potential in two-dimensional charge-free rectangular domain with mixed Dirichlet and Neumann boundary conditions. Here again, the PDE is the Laplace equation, but we have Dirichlet boundary conditions for the edges x equal to 0 and x equal to 1, and we have Neumann boundary conditions for the edges y equal to 0 and y equal to 2. This sole value returns the following solution for this mixed boundary value problem. And here is the plot of the solution. To summarize, the Laplace equation is a second-order PDE that has become fundamental in physics, engineering, and mathematics. The Laplace equation is central to potential theory, providing a mathematical framework for describing steady-state systems where no changes occur over time. Poisson's equation is an inhomogeneous version of the Laplace equation. A boundary value problem for the Laplace equation is well posed if a solution to the problem exists that is unique and stable.